So, I know I said that I would probably make this into a desert, which I will at some point, but I kind of want to do something else instead. So down here is a very interesting area, which I did mention I had plans for. And those plans have been kind of making me want to do just that and nothing else. And that's gonna be terraforming this entire area into the nether. And as you can tell in my inventory, I have a wooden axe, which means I have added world edit to the server. So it only makes sense that I'm gonna make a brush that literally is gonna help me do such a thing. But before I do that, I think what I'm gonna need to do is pull up some inspiration. For example, these columns. Well, they're obviously gonna have to be basalt, because basalt columns exist. And this little floating island that it's attached to, well, why not make it soul sand? And all this is gonna have to be netherrack. And one of my favorite ideas is this guy here. So obviously this is a mine shaft, but in the nether, we have a nether fortress. But before I get to any of those like little details, I think the first thing I need to do is kind of just convert everything to netherrack. So without further ado, I'm gonna get ready and set a mask for just deep slate. So when I start painting this, it's just gonna be super simple. So I think it's about time that we just send it into a time lapse. Stage 1 seems to have been completed. The next part is to now get these individual parts of tuff. So it seems like there's a lot of them. I didn't go too far, actually. I was going to go a little bit further. I might actually, but I don't know how much area my brother's going to be using. But he placed lights here, so I don't know. But that being said, we need to also place light in the ceilings. I realize it is hella dark, so I'm going to very quickly just go around and place lights. All right, now that this place is actually lit up really well, you can really see what's changed. The entire place is starting to look like the actual nether. You know what? This side's starting to really freaking annoy me. I might need to just convert all this too. Definitely looks better. There's, like I said, there's some spots of tuff that we have to get out. There we go. So now we're just gonna go about finishing the rest of this. Alrighty, so I got some kind of scattered all over the place. I'm pretty sure I've gotten most of everything. I might have missed a few spots like that. But I think we did a pretty good job on catching everything. So for this next part, we're going to start doing the columns. So we want to build this out of basalt, which is going to look pretty dang nifty, I think, once these are put in. It'll add some character to the place rather than just everything being red. So we can start with small ones. We don't really have to do anything too crazy other than just kind of build up with them. And that is one of like 13. You know, it's not too bad looking. I'll probably spread it out a little more so these two like connect. But once I do this one, we'll see. Yeah, make it look like it's dripping. All right, so that's 2 1/4's done. A hell of a lot more to go. But thankfully with the power of editing, I can just make this all happen instantly. And would you look at that? It actually really helps. We got some columns here, so when the lava starts flowing over, it'll kind of like blend in. So I was thinking of doing lighting next, but I kind of want to get the Nether Fortress started, or actually made. I think we're going to have the fortress come up here, and this could be like a blaze farm or our nether wart, because I think that'd be good rather than have it just in the walls hidden or down here or something. So we're just going to get started, it seems. And what better way to start than just starting with this? Man, this thing is weird. This is very bizarre. I haven't ever really built one, so like, this is strange. I mean, that looks okay. It is a column. I don't really like the look of it though. Like, even if we're trying to do a standard Nether Fortress column, I don't like it. I mean, see, it's already starting to look a little better. Once we do our own little design, it's starting to look okay. Much, much better than what was there. I mean, that's kind of nifty. I kind of like that. It doesn't really take away the look of anything. Because it's what, right here? Yeah, it's right there. Yep, nothing too fancy, just a base and its column. I kind of really like the look of that. And we could do one more right here to hold up this side, or the central piece. And I think that'll be it for this little runway here. Yeah, I am realizing it's only seen from one side, so I gotta be a little specific with this one. So I think I'm gonna flip it where these will be facing this way, so you can actually see the lava and it's not just from one side. We could, if we keep this bridge going out, we could have this come out here to make like a little second bridge, as I know most fortresses have like double bridges, and then have it also go back through here and come out the side. Alrighty, so yeah, we got like these two columns there, we got this one, we have a second bridge coming out. Now obviously we'll have to have some sort of lighting because I hate how dark this is. But I feel like the only way to have the light is with those glow stones, or have some other creative way to light up the whole area. Because this is the amount of light that's needed to really show off the whole place. Alright, so this part was quick. I wanted to build a bridge that kind of led to where I was going to build my farms later, like the gold farm and whatnot, but the design for it really didn't turn out well, and you'll see later how that works. I started placing all this sand to try to change the biome to a basalt biome because the red was kind of hiding what the Nether Fortress looked like, and I really wanted, to add the other biomes into our nether kind of area here. And basalt was definitely the first one to do that. The gray really helps push out the Nether Fortress, it gives it its red color, and it just worked really nicely. And the added benefit of having lava pools really helps add lighting to the area, which was my issue before. I finally opened the waterfall to allow that to go through, which was actually quite nice. Did I just say waterfall? I meant lava fall, what the hell? But yeah, the lava really is kind of cool, which was what I wanted to keep there and keep the flowing and everything, but So obviously this part is the Seoul Valley, so this part is the simplest of all the designs because it's literally just soul sand and soul soil, and you have to cover the whole entire area. Walls are soul sand, the ground can be partially Seoul Valley. You clear out the lights, you gotta put in lighting, and typical lighting for this environment is blue fire, and obviously some lava to kind of tie in the nether. As you see here, I cleared out the design I made before because I didn't like it, and I thought, well, in a basalt biome, you can typically find bastions. So this was my first time actually working with blackstone because I find it a very difficult colored block to work with. But yeah, I actually kind of built a play off of it with the pig snout and used quartz to use the contrast of white and black. And I thought it was kind of cool, like the corrupted blackstone around it to make it look like it's hidden in the wall. And I also came up with this cool kind of floor pattern. I saw this in Minecraft Dungeons, and I kind of liked the idea of it. But this pathway is going to lead to my gold farm and bastion bartering farm. So I decided to then move on to our warped forest, which is pretty simple, and also added our crimson forest at the same time because, working on the forest is going to be that simple. And I ended up doing the trees and stuff right after this, but I really wanted to get the colored floor in first so I understand how much space is actually being used. And obviously for the lighting, we have to use the trees themselves. And I ended up in the floor making some glowstone carpet, which I'll explain later. But I added in some little features. I added the vines after. You're not gonna see it in this, but yeah, I kind of just made the forests how you would typically find them. And I grew the trees rather than make them by hand because I like the natural look of them, which is not easy to place, by the way, because they just grow as tall as they want. You really can't control that. But either way, these came out really, really well, and I'm actually quite surprised, to be honest. Now this is what I really wanted to make the nether for down there, is because it kind of looks cool. Like seeing from up here, you got all this purple, and as you're going down, you just got like a nice view. And even looking over this edge, like this just looks cool. Like you have the overworld and then the underworld. But as you guys saw, that took a lot of time. A lot more than I actually thought it was going to take. I thought like with World Edit this was going to be really, really quick, but it still took a lot. It only took so long because of like designing and thinking, like planning where things are going to go. So like having the red biome here and the blue here rather than next to each other. And ultimately switching this to a basalt biome, which is really great because it kind of makes the Nether Fortress stand out a lot more. But I added these cool little light spots just because we need to light this thing up somehow and things can't spawn here. I built a little bastion, which I thought would be kind of cool. And later on we'll have like our bartering and gold farm in here, which I might make this bigger. I think I might make this a lot bigger. But I liked this flooring style. I really liked all of this. This is really cool. It's kind of the first time I've terraformed anything, really. I even added a little storage system here, just for later purposes. And I added like little secret lighting here, which I've always done. I think it's kind of nice to like hide stuff, and it's, yeah, you see the carpet, but it's kind of the best way to put lighting without like lighting legit fires. Like, yeah, that's just annoying. I did, however, add a little path though, which is kind of cool, and it leads down through here under this tunnel, and it leads over here towards my brother's base, which when he eventually starts getting his kind of all decorated and stuff, we can maybe build a bridge or something to connect them. But overall, I'm super happy with how this turned out. I even have screenshots with how this actually looked, which I'll probably show you right now. And as you can see, it went from a default cave to pretty much a brand new Nether. And I really enjoy it. I'm quite impressed with myself. Now, obviously, there are some features I can add, and if you guys think of anything, please let me know and just share it down in the comments. And I'll definitely be sure to check them out and possibly even add them. Oh, and just to mention, I know you guys saw this screenshot, but this is one of my favorite views, being able to see the red to the green to the purple. It's just, this whole view here is exactly the reason I made all this. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and that like button, because next time we're doing the desert and possibly the snow and ice biome over in this corner. Yeah, those will be good. Those will be good.